What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about semen retention and how it made me more money. Okay, now we're going to be going over a lot of stories of my early 20s when I first begun semen retention and what has happened from then until now. So I'm going to recollect all my memories of when I first started and how it presented to me more opportunities for business. Okay, so for any of you guys out there who are questioning NoFap, questioning semen retention, questioning sexual transmutation, I want you to watch this video all the way to the end, because I'm going to tell you exactly what has happened to me from my beginning of this journey until where I am right here, right now. Okay, so let's wind back to when I first learned about this information via Napoleon Hill in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Okay, sex transmutation. I was doing personal training at the time, maybe even a little bit before that when I was in college. For those of you who are curious, I went to school in San Francisco, California, SFSU to be straight, San Francisco State University. So right before, I forgot exactly what year, but right before I was getting into personal training, maybe it was my sophomore year of college. College was my best years, guys. I enjoyed that the most currently, or at least best years of my life. I was learning about Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book, Sex Transmutation, because I was trying to take my business online. I was trying to do personal training online, right? But long story short, when I learned about sex transmutation and I practiced NoFap and semen retention, one, because I wanted a girlfriend, right? Which here's a picture of me right here on the corner, right? This is me when I was like 22, 23. During Halloween, I was a personal trainer at the gym. That's where I met my girlfriend for the first time. When I practiced this information, about 2 months in, I was about to go to the rave, hard summer and whatnot. I was trying to charge up my sexual energy and get them hoes, right? Go to music festivals and, you know, go hard, go ham. That's when I was learning about Jeff Side. I don't know if you guys know who that guy is, aesthetics. But basically what happened was I was charged up with sexual energy, okay? So this was like about 6 months into my career as a personal trainer. I saw this girl, this beautiful girl that I really liked, and I was like, she had a nice bubble butt. I'm like, that girl, that she's mine, right? That's gonna be my ass, right? That's gonna, like, literally, I saw her butt, I'm like, and that's gonna be mine. And I just set my sights on that. And I approached her, I talked to her, I got her number and whatnot. And then eventually we, long story short, got together for about a year. We spent a year together. And then I actually achieved my goal of getting a girlfriend to consistently have sex with, right? But that wasn't the money stuff, okay? I'm just letting you know, when I first did this is the first memory that comes to mind, was I saw a beautiful girl that I was attracted to, and I set my sights on getting her. And even though I'm pretty sure she was in a relationship at the time, because of what happened, what I'm about to share with you in this video, she decided to start chasing me, okay? So here's the timeline. I see her. I'm like, I think a few months into NoFap and semen retention, maybe 2 months, and I'm starting to attract her because while I was training, I've had a bunch of girls come up to me and flirt with me, right? Literally, there's like 18-year-old, like high school, senior year girls that come up and talk to me. I wrote these all down, all the memories that I've had. I wrote these all down, right? I had a pair of older women who are like, what's it called? My clients, right? They're like best friends, and they started to, show. So like when I'm training my friends, or not, when I'm training my clients, because you're on NoFap and semen retention, like you have this aura, you have this energy that's just around you, right? People are just attracted to you. Women especially are attracted to you like bees and flowers, okay? I've used this analogy before. A bee's antenna, right? Or the fiber, like, what are those called? I've said the word before, but the hairs, the mechanoreceptors on the bees, they can pick up on the flowers that are ready to be pollinated. So when you're full of semen, when you're full of life force, essentially what happens is like you're radiating this aura of like sexual energy, okay? So whether you're young, whether you're old, women are intuitive creatures that can pick up on this, okay? And I shit you not, when I was on NoFap and semen retention, all these girls started to come up to me and like flirt with me and just like wanted to be in my presence. And you're like, Kevin, okay, what does this have to do with making money? Let me hear you. We got a lot of stories to talk about. Okay, so the first one that I wrote down was these friends, right? They've had like husbands, they have husbands and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure they're not having like satisfied, they're not satisfied in the relationship. I think one of them had like a midlife crisis. So she spent a lot of her time going to the gym, and like you can tell when girls are into you. So every time they would come in the gym and I was just standing there and I see them walking the door, like, okay, you see this picture right here? That's me. Right behind is the desk. Okay. The counter for personal training is right there. So this is like an open gym. I'm not going to say the name, but it's like you come in and then the first thing you do is you see the personal training area. Like if you walk back a little bit, there's going to be like where the faculty is, right? So you walk in, there's a front desk. And then on the left side of the front desk is where all the salespeople are, the general manager and like the personal training director, the people who sell you and stuff like that. And then just a little bit in front where I'm standing right here is the personal training area. So as soon as you walk in, you see the desk, you see the personal training area, and you see the salespeople. So every time they would walk in, like I would see her and then I would see them and they would bubble up. They would like just get all happy and joyous, right? Because it's like they're excited to work with me. But you have to understand that what is that doing when I'm training them, and then other clients are other people, not clients, other potential people. Like you see these machines over here, like we're out in the open, right? There's during peak hours, like around 5, 6, 7, peak hours, evening hours. There's going to be non-clients that are training. Okay, like there are going to be people who are on the elliptical, people who are on the treadmill, people who are on this and that, and they're going to see that I'm having fun with my clients. Like we're having like a good vibe, right? Because my clients are attracted to me, right? Whether it just be they like my presence, they like my energy, they like they can't tell what's going on. What's this? Why is he so magnetic? Why is he so charming, right? Why? So like they're responding to my sexual energy, which they don't know, right? But trust me, guys, girls respond to this stuff. And people want to ask the science and whatnot. It's like, bro, fuck off. Just do it. You be the science. Stop asking for the articles and shit like that. Stop being so analytical about it. Just do it and then find out for yourself. But essentially what I'm trying to say is because of that instance of them, that's the first one I can recollect. The timelines might be a little out of whack, but you guys get what I'm saying. So the first instance of that is other clients see I'm having fun with my clients, or other potential clients see I'm having. And because of that, they go to my personal trainer director to want to sign up and work with me, okay? Because they see I'm having fun with my clients, right? Because I'm exuding sexual energy, I'm just charming and magnetic, right? They want to come work with me. So they sign up with my personal trainer director with the plan, which personal training isn't cheap, is like the minimum once a week is like a few $100 or something like that. Or if you do the 2 times a week, it's like $300 or something like that. I don't know. But essentially, I'm getting my personal trainer director more clients because they see me really focused on my clients, really giving them the love and care and attention. Because, dude, when I'm training, when I'm working, like I'm giving my clients my 100%. Okay, like right now, I'm giving you guys my 100%. I'm giving you my time, my attention, my focus. I'm not thinking about other shit, right? The worst thing you can have happen is when you have a personal trainer on their phone when someone is training, like when they're training with you. Like, bro, I've seen this before. Like multiple of my colleagues were like on their phone texting while they're fucking training someone. It's like, bro, what are you doing? This person is paying you, or at least not you directly, but giving money to work with you. Give them your undivided attention, okay? Like, it's so disrespectful. It's like you're having sex with a girl and she's using her phone scrolling through Instagram. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Get the fuck off your phone, don't be a dumbass. So I give my clients the 100% undivided attention, 100% pure presence, pure awareness, pure sexual energy. So it's like they love being in my presence because it's like I give off good vibes, right? And I attribute a lot of that to NoFap and semen retention, right? It's like, one, your personality. Yes, you have to have a likable personality, but the other one is like, it was NoFap and semen retention, okay? So that's the first example. I had clients that really enjoyed working with me, and when I was on NoFap and semen retention, they were attracted to me more, even though I was like a 22, 23-year-old, right? They're like fucking cougars, right? And then the second one, right, which was this, which is sort of similar. There was a girl who was like maybe her early 30s, and she was like this Asian girl. She was pretty hot, all right? I'm telling you, she was pretty hot. She was like not an Asian baby girl, but she was like a boss bitch, not a boss bitch, but like she owned like a boba shop, or like she had her own restaurant. Like in San Francisco, LA, there's gonna be a lot of these like boba shops. You know what boba drinks are? Boba tea and whatnot. She had her own little like setup. So she was like her own boss kind of thing. And she was hot. She wasn't one of those like masculine boss babes, you know? She was like a hot Asian girl, okay? And she decided to like, I guess, approach me and talk to me and ask if I was willing to, she wanted to work with my trainer, or she wanted to work with my director first. She went up and talked to my director and asked how she could work with me, right? But she didn't want to get on this whole plan. And then she ended up reaching out to me and asking for private sessions, okay? I don't know if my director knew about this, but I think he kind of got that memo, like, okay, she doesn't want to do like a full-on package. Just work with her personally, and I pretend like I didn't hear anything, right? So she ended up signing up with me like for 4 sessions or 6 sessions. I was teaching her how to deadlift, and she gave me like a few $100. She gave me a solid stack of cash for doing that, right? And dude, oh my God, I'm pretty sure she was into me too. I didn't know what to do. I was like 22, 23. I didn't even know how to play my cards right, guys. You have to understand, during this season of my life, I had my best success with women, and like my best years were in college. I'm telling you, right? I honestly had no idea what the fuck to do. Like I could tell she was like into me, but I wasn't sure if she was into me because she was like older and I was young. And I was trying to be professional, but at the same time, there was like a bunch of sexual tension between us. I'm like, God damn, I don't know what to do. So anyways, nothing really happened with her, but I'm pretty sure if I pursued that a little bit harder, that would have been fine, okay? And then there's some other stuff that I wrote here. So there was another girl, this was the 18-year-old, right? This is the young college girl, or not college, young high school girl. She was 18, senior in college. And I was like 22, 23. So I was like, dude, you're way too young. Fuck. Like she was cute too. And I wanted to do something, but I ended up playing my cards wrong. So long story short, she signed up with my personal training director. Okay. She signed up with my personal training director to work with me. But I let her know, like, okay, I kind of figured that out. She just wanted to work with me. So I'm like, and she was a fucking airhead. Like she wasn't airhead. She wasn't stupid. Okay. She was a smart girl, but she didn't know how to train. Like I was trying to train her, and then her fucking technique was so bad. Her form was like probably one of the worst clients I've ever worked with. So I was like, okay, fuck this. You know, like you should just get your money back. Cause I don't want to, like, you're just wasting your money. Like, why are you taking, like, she wasn't taking this seriously. And it wasn't just like, she wasn't like a real client, cause she didn't want to actually train. She just wanted to build a relationship with me, right? So when I figured that out, I'm like, okay, just go get like your refund and I'll like teach you on my spare time or something. So we talked for a little bit. I played my cards wrong. So the long story short, that didn't plan out, but she ended up buying me stuff because I helped her save on her plan, because if she stuck on that plan, she would have been committed for like a few 6 months or something like that. So I just told her, like, get your money back. Don't sign up, because I knew she wasn't the right fit. But she ended up signing up with me, right? Because of NoFap and semen retention, right? I have all these, like, this aura of magnetism that's pulling in a lot of different people. And then these girls will see it and then they'll respond to it, okay? There's a lot more examples. I'm going to quickly go over them. Most of them are females, okay? Most of this are like female people responding to me, okay? So this one isn't really money, but there was like 3 sisters. They were older, right? So they were like kind of like 28, probably 29, 30, or a little bit older. And they were attracted to me too, but they understood that nothing was serious was going to happen, but they just liked being in my presence. So I was training them a lot. And then they would be like bratty girls, and they'd laugh, and we'd make a lot of jokes together. And it was like we captured the whole attention of the whole gym, because they weren't ugly. They were pretty good looking girls. They were decent looking girls. And when you have like a group of feminine like energy, and then you have like a 22-year-old, 23-year-old guys, it's just everyone's like looking like, oh damn, they're having fun. They're having fun, right? So they played a big part in all this, right? And getting me clients. But long story short, I've had many instances of females, girls having fun with me. And as a result, like I've had people want to work my director, and then down the line, after I established myself a little bit, my personal trainer director saw that I was so into my work, so into my like training, that he decided to promote me, right? Or he wanted me to become a master trainer. That process took a little bit, but basically I went from like a regular trainer to a master trainer, and that allowed me to make more money. So you get what I'm saying? Like, because I was exuding such magnetism, sexual attraction, right? And I was having so much fun with my clients. Not only did I attract a girlfriend, because the girl who would always come in, she would commute like on the weekends. She'd go to school in like Davis, and then she'd come back on the weekends or the weeknights and whatnot. Like towards the end, when she was really chasing me, instead of coming just on the weekends to come back to San Francisco, she would start coming back from school earlier just to see me and work out, right? And I'm like, that was when I was getting kind of like, that's a little bit too much, right? Like you could tell she was really chasing hard. But that was because of all these girls giving me attention, right? And another client, she was a 26-year-old virgin from Taiwan, and she was like, we ended up, I helped her with her V card, So it was like, dude, this is fucking crazy shit, right? I'm not bullshitting. I literally wrote down all the stuff that I had encountered while I was training when I was in my early 20s, 22. And all this is legit what has happened. So because of all these incidences with women and me having fun with clients, my personal trainer decided to promote me, okay? And I think that's pretty much it. So that was my first encounter with the power of NoFap and semen retention sexual transmutation. When you do NoFap and semen retention, you become charged up with sexual energy. People respond to you, especially if you're in an environment like this, like me as a personal trainer in a position of authority, having fun with my clients, all right, female clients, and it just creates this aura of energy in the room, right? Because you're just having fun, you're just vibing, you create a larger magnetic field. So if you're in the fitness industry, or if you're in the sales industry, or you're just in an environment where you're interacting with people, and let's say you're coworkers or women and you're vibing with them, and you have an opportunity where people can pay you or sign up with you or work with you or give you money, you have to be sure that more people are going to work with you because you're radiating such magnetism, sexual magnetism, okay? So that was my first story. And then shortly after this, when I moved back home and me and my girlfriend broke up, right, was when my first year-long NoFap semen retention streak, right? When I broke up with my girlfriend, right, before this, so this was what, 22, 23? When I came back home when I was about like 24, I believe, this one right here in 2018, after I came back from San Francisco and we broke up, for reasons I'm not going to share. I mean, it was a long story. It wasn't really a long story, but it's basically like she was used to all of like me. She was used to me being like, not a top G, but like being the dude at the gym. And then now I'm back home and I'm starting to be kind of bummy because it's like, fuck, I don't have anything to do. But basically what happened was I moved back home. I took up part-time personal training. It was like shit hours. It was nothing like when I was like in San Francisco, but I saw that as an opportunity to get on NoFap and semen retention for reals. Because when you're having sex with a girl, for a lot of guys who maybe don't have sex with women or are virgins or haven't had sex in a while, having sex seems fun. It is fun, right? But after a while, it gets not boring, but it's like, okay, it's like a routine. It's like, okay, now I'm just having sex with you, every time you're coming over. And it's like, after a while, I'm like, okay, now I'm using her as, instead of masturbating, like jacking off, I'm using her as, a masturbation. Instead of masturbating with the hand, you're masturbating with the human. So at the end of the day, I'm still losing energy, right? I'm still ejaculating. And I realized like, okay, this is like not getting me anywhere, Like I'm fulfilled in my relationship, but I need something more, right? I want mission, vision, principles, right? I want to chase my purpose. So I was so happy we broke up, right? When we broke up in 2018 or 2017, end of 2017, I decided to get on NoFap and semen retention, and just my goal was to stay on until I made it, right? So the end of 2017, right? We broke up into like maybe November 2017 or December 2017. I got a phone call from my personal training certification, right? NCCPT. And they had a Transform Me contest, meaning whoever got the best results with their clients will win $2,500. And when I heard this, I made an announcement on Facebook, on my social media, on Instagram. I'm like, yo, I need someone who's willing to work because I got the goods, right? Because I did training for like a year and a half and I was able to teach people what I know. I'm like, yo, I need someone. And then my friend from high school hit me up and was like, I'm down, right? But my criteria was like, I want serious people only. So I needed $100 deposit, which I would give them back, right? I was going to give back. So whoever is committed to working with me was committed. And luckily, like the stars aligned, and this guy, right, his name is Jesus, right? Jesus, funny enough, Jesus from the stars. He reached out and was like, I'm down. And he sent me $100 on Venmo, which I asked him if he wanted it back. He was like, no, I'm good. Cause I got him fucking results, right? I spent like 3, 4, 5 days out of the week, literally 5 days out of the week at nighttime, training him for free. Cause I wanted to win. I was driven with sexual energy. So you see the time right here, it says April 10, 2018, right? So we had a 3-month-long Transform Me contest, right? So basically from the beginning of the year, January 2018 to the end of March 2018. We had it was 12 weeks long. The Transform Me contest was 12 weeks long. During that whole time I was retaining, and I let him know, like, bro, I'm doing NoFap and semen retention. And he was like, bro, he was in his phase of chasing women, and he was like, any hole is a goal. As in, like, he was just trying to like get it in, right? And every time we're at the gym, there's this beautiful girl there, and he would always be like, damn, she's so hot, man. She's so fucking hot. I'm trying to get her number. And then he eventually talked to her and stuff like that, but I don't know if she responded well to him. But I was so focused on this contest because I was driven with sexual energy. I did sexual transmutation, right? I saw a goal, I saw a prize, and all of my attention went to winning this contest, okay? So I was so focused and driven. Like, I was on this guy's ass, man. I was texting him. I was making sure, I'm like, okay, where's your weight at? What are you eating? And then every time he would fuck up, I would just like go Hitler on him, right? Because I was like militant, right? All of my energy was focused on winning this goddamn contest. I had another girl too who was part of this contest. I forgot to post pictures up. Maybe I might attach it to the screen for any of you guys want to see it. I got her pretty good results too. But she signed up with me because I was attractive to her, right? So a lot of guys would be like, oh, maybe you're just a good looking guy. But like, no, I attribute this to NoFap and semen retention. So she was a nurse. She signed up with me, most likely because she liked me. And I got her into the contest. She probably would have won second place too, because we had like the best results. But what I'm trying to say here is this. I get it. It was probably the guy had a huge part to play with this. He had a very good work ethic. He listened to what I coached him to do, but I was so driven, right? And that energy, I'm sure, rubbed off on him, because he was like, about March, 3rd month in, he was like, damn, Kevin, like you haven't busted a nut since then, like 3 months, right? 3 months of NoFap and semen retention. Like, bro, like any hole is a goal. I don't know if he did it. I forgot to ask him, but I'm pretty sure I inspired him to get on some form of self-discipline, right? For sure, working out. But for the next 12 weeks, right, from the beginning of January to end of April, right, I was retaining this whole time. So I was driven, I was charged up. So he probably felt my energy and wanted to make sure he didn't disappoint me. And we both worked at this together. So it was his effort, hard work and effort. And it was also my hard work and effort, because I took time out of my day at nighttime after he came out from when he finished work to train him for 1 to 2 hours, right? Like, it was like 8 or 9 p.m. at night, and we would go to the gym and I would train him, okay, for free. I mean, it all paid off at the end. It was all worth it. It wasn't, I mean, I was underpaid, but I wanted to make a statement. I wanted to make everyone know that I know what I'm talking about, right? Even though I was a 22, 23-year-old, when I tried to post my online stuff online on forums, people would roast me for being too skinny and lean and stuff like that. Look, most people can't get results like this. I mean, some people will be able to, but to lose this much weight in 12 weeks to look like this, not the best, but it's still pretty damn good, right? So I wanted people to know, like, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm teaching. And that energy that I was coming in with was amplified because I was on NoFap and semen retention, and we won a contest together, okay? So this was after I became personal trainer, came back, moved back. So I was like, what, 24, 25, 20, yeah, 24. And then now, right? Well, before I go to this one, this is what I do now. But before I go to this one, so I forgot a slide. Between this and my bodywork career, what I'm doing now is when I was running my family's business, this was during COVID, okay? When I was running my family's business in COVID during 2020, I was doing another long semen retention streak. So this streak actually played out till the end of 2018. So I did it for 13 months when I broke up with my girlfriend, and I was like, I'm not gonna bust my nut until I make it. I did it for 13 months long. So through that whole year of 2018 into the beginning of 2019, right? That's when I decided to become a massage therapist. So this is end of March, April. So around June was when I moved down to Southern California. So June 2018 was when I decided to enroll into massage therapy school. So about 2019, right? 2019, the beginning of 2019 was when I graduated. 13 months, that's when my 13 months ended. I became a massage therapist. And then from 2019 to 2020 to 2021, I didn't do bodywork yet. I mean, I did mobile massage and whatnot, but I was working with my family's business. We did a brick and mortar store. We sold bathroom vanities. And that was a blessing in disguise. But during that time, while I was working the brick and mortar store, I was doing another long streak of semen retention, 11 months. I was doing it for 11 months. And during that time, like people would come into the vanity store and they'd be like, wow, it's so nice. It was like all right in there, but it was like, oh, these are nice. These are nice. But they just liked the energy I was giving off. So a lot of them ended up buying more stuff because of, my interaction with them, right? So like sales, right? And I wasn't trying to sell them. I was just trying to conversate, talk with them, give them good vibes and whatnot. So basically from 2019 to 2021, I had 2 long-term semen retention streaks. I had an 11 months long streak. So 13 months, 11 months. And then the end of 2021, I had another 11 months long streak. So 3 long streaks between that time. And then 2022, I finally moved back into my family's home, right? I converted, this is my workspace right here, right? This is what I do now. So when you guys are watching me online, sometimes you'll see the background of this video where I'm filming. This is what I do. I do body work, right? I charge over $120 per session, right? And I could do this because one, I developed the skill set and I pay for my education. Like I invested over like $10,000 traveling, training, getting education on my bodywork career. But also like as a body worker, I'm using my hand. I have to use my energy, right? So my secret in getting clients is I have to give them a good experience, right? And we're not talking about anything sexual here, guys. There's no happy endings, no fucking sex stuff here. But first they have to enjoy the therapist. Like imagine you're working with a therapist, and I guess for guys, she's a hot therapist, right? Like what would you do? Like, fuck, dude, you'd want to keep going back. If you could afford it, you want to keep working with the therapist because she's hot, right? One, she's giving you therapy and she's fucking hot. She has sexual energy, like she stirs with you in a sexual appetite. So the pinnacle of sexual transmutation is it gives you sexual magnetism that people want. They cannot help but be attracted to, right? I have this Korean girl that sees me like every week, right? She's paying me like $120 every week. She's coming in and working with me. And, there's other people who see my Instagram and they see the way I look, they see the way I come off, and they want to work with me, right? So what I'm telling you is semen retention and NoFap has made me money. I'm not lying to you. Like might not be rich right now, but what I'm doing is I'm creating like the foundations of my work, my empire, right? People see who I am. They like my energy. And because they like my energy, they decide to pay me, right? Which I'm about to share with you in the future section, what's going on, right? So right now it's like I do this as my main job, my gig, right? I have my business profile on social media. I run ads there, and then people see the ads and they'll work with me. And if they like my energy in person, because I'm on semen retention right now, NoFap, 3 months in, right? Earlier this year, I did it for 4 months. Went to China, took a break, came back on it 3 months. And if people like my energy, they like my business, or they like they like how I deal with them, like they like how I work with them, because I fix their pain. I use my elbow, use my hands. I'm a body worker. I fix people's pain. I help them with their posture. I help bring them back into alignment, right? I align their bodies. So if they like what I do, they like how I treat them, they like the way I come off, they like my energy, especially if they're women, they're older women, and they're not having good sex, or they're not satisfied with their husband, they're going to want to come back, right? They're going to want to work with me. So like if you're selling cars, if you're selling insurance, and you're having fun with your coworkers, and you're vibing, and you're giving off good energy, it's just this cycle of positive loop that goes up and up and up, right? They're going to see other people sign up with you, and then they're going to be conditioned and inclined to sign up with you. They're going to see people having fun with you. They're going to associate with you high value, okay? When you have abundance of sexual energy coursing through your veins, people will associate life force, high levels of vitality, with value subconsciously, okay? Did I forget anything? That was pretty much it. Yeah, I'll show you, I'll show you guys, right? I don't want to brag, but I really don't. It's like, I'm not a rich guy, but people pay me over $100+ per session, right? I have like receipts to show you. I'll probably make a screenshot or something. I don't know. I'll scroll through my Venmo and show you, like, I get paid consistently because I'm practicing what I'm teaching, right? I developed a skill set. I'm on NoFap and semen retention. I know my vision where I can transmute my sexual desire because I know what I want to create, and I'm transmuting all my sexual energy to it. People can feel the sexual arousal, the sexual drive within me because I'm not releasing it. They associate my sexual energy, my sexual drive with high value, and they want to support me in my mission, in my vision, in creating my business, running, because eventually I want a clinic, I want a center. I want a wellness center. I want a place where I can bring people back into alignment and give them the full package, right? Have like saunas and have like cold plunges and have like a workout area, right? I have like a vision for what I want to create. And I need all the energy, all the money that I can do to funnel this dream into reality, right? So people can sense that drive and that ambition, and it turns women on. And that's why so many of them want to work with me, right? And that's how NoFap and semen retention will help you make more money, because it will drive you to greater heights. That's why boxers, fighters, MMA people, athletes, all of them practice, I won't say all, but a lot of them practice this as their secret weapon. I talked about this in my masterclass, which, about to shameless plug my links right here. If you want to check it out, the masterclass, I talk about high-level athletes and boxers who retain and abstain from sexual activity, right? Like Jake Paul has talked about it before he goes into fights. Tyson Fury, Muhammad Ali, right? Even LeBron James talks about getting away from his wife. A lot of the high-level people practice sexual transmutation. The essence of sexual transmutation is converting your sexual energy, your sexual desire, into something more, something better. And what I do now on top of body work, right, is I sell my courses. I'm not going to be frank with you. Like, I sell my courses online because I realized, right, I can only trade my hours, my time. Like, I can only work on so many people. But if I build out my videos, build out my clients, and I teach other guys about the stuff that I've learned, which is why I'm so passionate about this, right? And they're like, oh, you only care about money and stuff like that. No, like, we all work for money, guys. Like, what I'm trying to give you here is a win-win-win. It's a win-win situation. Like, I'm trying to teach guys about NoFap and semen retention and sexual transmutation because this shit will change your life. Like, you remember when I was talking about all those girls that were responding to me well? When I was 22, 23 as a personal trainer, and all of them wanted to work with me and give my personal trainer director money, which ultimately got me promoted because he saw me getting it, as he would say, like, bro, you're on fire recently. You've been on fire. Like, because I was booked out for 1 month. Like, literally, you needed to wait 1 month in order to work with me. That's how popular I was, guys. Like, legit. So he wanted to take me out to dinner. It was like a $80, $90 all you can eat, high quality, like beef steak dinner. It was like this Brazilian steakhouse, but I turned it down. I'm like, fuck, why'd I turn it down? But I turned it down because I was like, dude, something smells fishy, right? It was like, why does he want to take me out to dinner? What does he want from me, right? I was like skeptical. I was like, kind of like, this guy just, he's trying to like pull strings on me later down. But later I just found it like, no, he just wanted to take me out to dinner because, like, dude, I got him a bunch of fucking clients. Like, why else? He just wants to return the favor. So I was like, fuck, man, I should have taken up on him. But anyways, yeah, like I got him like multiple clients because a lot of them wanted to get coaching with me, right? Get training. A lot of them wanted to be trained by me because they liked my vibe. So essentially what happened was, because of my magnetism, because of my aura, because of what I've done on NoFap and semen retention, I've experienced such benefits from it. Like you become more attractive, you become more magnetic, you become more confident, more masculine. People will respond to you different. And in 2019 or 2020, like before COVID and whatnot, or during COVID, I got the idea, like Great Spirit, God, right? The universe implanted an idea into my mind to create a course on sexual transmutation. And I named it Sexual Manifestation, right? As you can see the URLs, because the idea behind it was like, if you look at the word sexual man, I capitalized M-A-N, man, and manifestation, right? The first idea is you're a sexual man that manifests, right? When you build up an abundance of sexual energy within your body, that sexual energy will manifest itself in its own way. So it's a sexual man and it's sexual manifestation, because your sexual energy will manifest itself in its own unique way, that's like your unique individual way that's unique to you, okay? Meaning when you do NoFap and semen retention, you might not be a personal trainer attracting a bunch of women. You might be a rapper, a singer, an artist, a dancer, or whatever the fuck you do. Maybe a salesperson, a car salesman, life insurance salesman, real estate agent. You become a sexual man on that path that inevitably causes you to either sell more real estate, sell more insurance policies, sell more cars, or maybe you're just a worker at a corporate job and you're having fun with your employees, or you're producing a lot of work. You're increasing your workload because you have more sexual drive, more life force flowing through you. And then you begin to manifest with your sexual energy all the events, all the experiences, all the things that are in harmony with that environment, okay? Meaning you might get promoted because your boss sees that you're on fire, you're driving, you're like driven. He gives you more projects. He gives you more opportunities. He wants to hang out with you on your spare time because he associates with you with higher value. You see what I'm saying? So God, Great Spirit, gave me the idea to create a course on sexual transmutation. So part of what I do here also on how I'm making money, right, literally, is from my course, Sexual Transmutation. And when people pitch you your course, you shouldn't feel like, oh my God, like you just want my money, you know, like, oh my fucking Jesus, you know, like, no, I'm trying to give you something that will change your fucking life. You get me? Like when people come in for body work, like literally I work from home and I converted my garage into work. Like I'm not going to do it for free. Like some friends do. Yeah, I help my family out, my friends out. But like it's a business, you know, people come in, they pay me X amount of money. I give them more of myself. Like I like to over deliver, right? People come in for a 90-minute session, $100, right? $100, but I'll often work on them for 2 hours, right? Obviously, I'm not doing it for like extra tips, right? That's not it. Even if they give me $100, I would still give them 2 hours, right? So my 2 hour rate, I'll give them, it's like I'm hook people up. I'm just very nice, right? Because I want to give people the best experience possible. So I put a lot of effort into my work. I put a lot of effort in my course, and I want people to get the most out of it. Like I truly believe if people applied what I teach to my course, they'll change their life. They'll have compounding interest over time. Do you get what I'm talking about? Like in my course, in my training, I talk about nutrition, right? The best diet to follow to have the highest levels of hormones, right? So when you learn this information, it's not just one and done, right? I talk about people go to a music festival, they'll drop a few $100s there. It's one and done. You have fun for a little bit of time. It's done. You buy alcohol, a pack of alcohol a week or a bottle of alcohol, 20, 30 bucks. You do that 10 times, $200, $300, but it's a one and done thing, right? Or you go to an event, right? You buy a video game, etc., whatever. Most of these things are consumed and then gone, right? But if I'm teaching you nutrition, I'm teaching you breath work, how to circulate your energy, how to breathe and transmute your sexual desire, teaching you how to program your subconscious mind, right? How to train principles so that you can get lean and shredded and ripped, get some muscles, increase your masculinity, tune up your chakras, how to use your voice, how to become more magnetic. I teach you this stuff. You learn it once, right? You go through the course, but it stays with you for the rest of your life. So it's like decisions that you make that compound over time. So of course I put like, it's a 20-hour course. I put like my life force, my blood, sweat, and tears into this. So when I charge people, it's a very fair price, right? I charge people a fair price. This is how I make money, right? It's an extension of my energy. It's an extension of my life. I traded literally 9 months of my life, maybe 1 or 2 years creating this program, right? At first I created the PDF and then I created the video course. I traded my life force energy to make a course to support other men, to teach them the keys, the secrets to NoFap and semen retention. You could obviously do this on your own. I'm not saying you have to get my course. No, a lot of people do NoFap and semen retention on their own successfully. I'm telling you, if you have trouble with like sexual urges and you want to learn the diet protocol to not have as many sexual urges, in fact, to have the highest level of hormones, because a lot of people eat a bunch of shit, right? Get my course. I teach you the breathing practices to transmute sexual energy, right? Health principles, subconscious mind, right? Manifestation, right? So much stuff, like practical manifest. Just check out the course. But essentially what I'm doing here is I'm using what I've learned via my experience with NoFap and semen retention and sexual transmutation. I created a course with it, and now I coach guys online. I sell courses online, and that's how I'm making money, right? So what I'm teaching you here can be applied to your own profession, because in the section of manifestation, I talk about how an idea comes into your mind, right? The same way the course came into my mind, how you get emotionally involved with it, how you begin to take action, and then the whole process of manifestation, right? The idea causing inspiration, inspired thoughts, causes your vibration to increase. I teach these mechanics of manifestation broken down right here. Like right now, I'm pitching you. Yes, I'm trying to get you to buy my course because, dude, it's the fucking shit, right? It will change your life. I'm giving you like, I'm giving you an idea, right? I'm giving you an idea to get my course. If I'm doing my job properly, which I'm not trying to like just take your money and run and be like, fuck you, I got your money now and you got a shitty ass course. No, like I'm telling you, this course will change your life. If I'm doing my job properly, I'm transmitting this idea to you. This idea will take fruition into your body, into your mind, into your spirit, and you'd be like, Kevin, he's right. He's got the goods, and you're resonating. That idea has now turned into fruition, and you're contemplating about getting this course because you know what it'll do for you and it will help you. So when you act on it, well, now you just manifested. Yes, you paid money for a course, but you manifested a course. And then if you go through the course, now that course manifests in your life in its own unique individual way, which could either lead you to becoming a high value man, a top tier man, or you make more sales, more stuff in your life. So what you're giving me, right, a small fraction of your paycheck, turns out to be miles of compounding interest for the rest of your life. But that idea, right, manifestation, sexual manifestation, the idea of getting a course, the idea of going through the course or practicing the course, applying the course, has manifested itself. And I'm teaching you all the ways to manifest in your own life, so you don't just like take my word for it. I'm teaching you how you can program your subconscious mind and actually manifest. Because a lot of people talk about think and feel, right? I think and feel like I feel as if I'm a millionaire and I'm going to get $1 million. No, I'm telling you, like, bro, there's a structure to it, right? There's a step-by-step plan to this. That's why I created this course. But okay, I'm beating a dead horse. Long story short, check this stuff out. Get the free version at least so you know what sexual transmutation is, how it works, why it creates more magnetism. Go to sexualmanifestation.com/free course. If you're not ready, check out the 2-hour masterclass. That will bring you up to speed with sexual transmutation. Join my Facebook group, Sexual Transmutation Mastery. If you want to connect with me, if you got savage memes, or if you want to jump right in and you can afford it, you're not a brokey, right? And you want to work with me on coaching, get coaching. I will work with you one-on-one. We'll have weekly coaching calls, and I'll teach you everything you need to know right away. You also get access to my course. And for all of you guys who are in a position to invest in yourself and have like a decent salary, get my course. Even if you don't have a decent salary, it's a fraction of your paycheck. Get your course, invest in yourself, allow this knowledge, allow the stuff that I'm teaching you compound over time, allow it to make you more sexually attractive, sexually magnetic, so you can experience what I've talked about. Because I'll teach you how to get radiant energy, sexual energy, glowing skin. There's a protocol for glowing skin. There's a diet protocol to clean up your energy, to make you more magnetic, to help you get spiritual energy, ojas, right? Check out all these resources, consume them on your own time. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like the video, help boost the algorithm by dropping a comment down below, asking me a question, subscribing to the channel if you have more. And congrats, man. You made it to the end of the video. I don't know how long this was. We covered a lot of stuff, but essentially what I wanted to talk about was NoFap and semen retention will make you more money, okay? It will give you more drive, more courage, more ambition. People will sense that. People will associate that with a higher value, and they'll want to work with you, okay? So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Again, check out the courses. Do NoFap and semen retention if you haven't already. I promise you, when you do it properly, your life will never, ever be the same. Have a good one. Peace.